Hey everybody, Hokius here. Welcome back to another episode of Dark Cloud. So I promised last time that we would talk a little bit about what we just saw at the end of the last episode, and I forgot to save again, so I just got to watch it all over again. And so let's talk about it. Basically, as I start my timer here. Basically, we get not a lot of story having to do with, you know, the plot of this game. What is it Tone and Xiao and Goro are trying to do? We don't find anything out about that, but we do find out. We expand the world a little bit. We learn about Goro's history. And, you know, I think that's worth exploring. I think that's worth knowing about. It fleshes out his character a little bit more. Here he is in the field, in the flesh. And that's kind of how he does things, right? He's one of those kind of characters that'll hit big when he hits, and if he doesn't hit, you're in trouble. So yeah, so we fleshed that out a little bit more, and there's a log here that looks like a switch. Seems like it could be pushed with a weapon. Oh, I missed. I see. Yeah, I'm awesome with Goro, as you can tell. Anyway, so what was I getting at? Oh yes. So the game. Some of the best stories are stories that can make you think a little bit, right? And this story certainly, the history of Goro and his dad certainly, I think, makes you think a little bit. Makes you wonder, makes you think about, sorry, it's hard to think and fight a flying giant hornet at the same time. As I was saying, it's something it's got the basically a man commits suicide because he doesn't want to die a different way. And I think that's interesting. It's something to definitely think about. You know, it's probably closer to physician-assisted suicide than anything else. And obviously, everyone in his village approved of it, even though Goro's pretty unhappy. And so you have to wonder, you know, there's also, besides the physician-assisted suicide kind of way of looking at things, there's just the generic suicide way of looking at things, and the family that he left behind as he made this kind of selfish choice. You know, just some stuff to think about. I don't want to get too deep into, you know, what's good, what's right, etc. I just, you know, it makes you think. It doesn't answer the question either. It just says he made the choice that he felt was right for him. And this is just how everyone kind of reacted to it. So I thought that was interesting. And this is a video game. You know, this is not a movie. This is not a book. This is not. Everyone says it's not art. Video games aren't art. But this is a way where I would say, yeah, video games absolutely are art. Absolutely. They ask the same questions that the art you might find in books or movies or whatever. Gooey Peach. Thanks for the Gooey Peach. Goodbye, Hornet. Let's hope for a new hammer for Goro, because when he's got... Yeah, there you go. It's a magical hammer. Let's check that out. So, of course, you know, you got your art, and then you got your cool stuff, right? Discard. Alright, what is this down here in the yellow say? Discard. W/R dirtnul. What? It's okay. So let's see what it would take to build up a magical hammer. It would need attack, it would need speed, it would need wind, and it would need stone and mimic killing. So let's see if we can put those things on there, right? That doesn't add any of the things we need. How about that? No. It does add wind, and it adds magic power. Well, we don't have another wind, so we can put that on there, and we could put, excuse me, sapphire on there for the wind. And this weapon has everything, right? You saw that. It has every attribute. This is going to be a powerful weapon right off the get-go. And look at the attack. It's 63. Of course, his hammer... look, she's got 33 attack on her weapon. He's got 22 attack, 24. He's in the 20s for most of his. He's got 30s on the Gladius. And then his base is 20, and his first weapon is 63. So let's get him back out here and see what that looks like, shall we? He's a little bit slower, you can tell. Oh, yes, look at that. One shot. And the other thing you can tell about Goro... Oh, I guess I should give him the other stuff, right? Because I had to re-earn him, like I said. So he gets a gourd. And a gourd. And a gourd. And he can have the Fruit of Eden. Because he's going to take more hits than everybody else because he's slower than everybody else. So his kind of advantage is one-hit kills, and already, not necessarily this, I mean this weapon obviously, and kind of any weapon you find for him is going to kind of be pretty overpowered as far as you're trying to get one-hit kills. He's not going to be as fast, he's not going to be nearly as nimble as either of the other two really, but that hammer is very powerful, and so that's different kind of tactics you can take as you play the game with him. But yeah, back to the art thing. So this kind of stands as evidence to me that video games absolutely are art, especially if they choose to tell a story. I think they're even art if they don't necessarily tell a story. For one thing, you know, go to the Louvre, right? They're gonna have a whole bunch of sculptures, they're gonna have a whole bunch of paintings, and some of them will tell a story, and some of them will just be there to make you wonder, what is this? What is it you see? And so sometimes video games, even without stories, can be like that. Oops. There you go. So this weapon makes things a little bit easier, right? So this guy... Oops, he's probably going to be more of a Xiao target because he moves fast, right? Oh, yep. Oh, okay, maybe not a Xiao target. Ooh, we found a tough enemy, and he didn't seem like he should be that tough. Oh, okay. Well, let's try. Maybe he's a tone enemy, right? No? Okay. Come on now. This... I feel like I'm making this way too hard. Oh, there goes tone. Alright. Use the stand-in powder. Let's get, Xiao out here. She can deal with him slowly but surely. Sometimes you just gotta not do that. Alright, so there's the bomb nuts. And a stamina drink, and we're gonna have to use our... Do I have a resurrection powder? There it is. Revival powder, excuse me. He's near death, he's not dead. You know, that's one of the things, I don't know if a lot of people get confused about this, but something that I've always gotten didn't always get confused, but when I started playing JRPGs, when they get knocked out, they're not dead. They're knocked out. They're unconscious. The Phoenix Down revives them. It doesn't resurrect them. It revives them. Just a random thought that popped into my head. So again, in this game, he's not dead. You're not bringing him back from death. You're bringing him back from a near-death state. Never mind that it has a cross on it and looks like something that would resurrect. So now we're kind of back to where we were before, where we just got to do a little dungeon crawling. find our way through. Just gotta keep pushing forward, gathering the Atla, and saving people's lives. Rebuilding their town. Nothing directly story involved here. There it is. And boom, there he goes. Boom goes the dynamite, as they say. So he's pretty fun when you can get the hit in. When you can't get the hit in, he's a little bit more frustrating. So that's kind of the thing you got to figure out with him here. Is, can I get the hit in? Yes, then it's dead. If I can't get the hit in, well, maybe somebody else needs to take care of this. But he's definitely the choice for the mimics, because they are a pain in the butt. And he one-hits them. It's a thing of beauty. There you go. Alright, so switch back to Tone, Hokius, whatever you want to call him. I know I named him Hokius. Maybe I should have just left him named Tone, because I keep referring to him as Tone, because of course that's his default name and what people who played this game will probably remember him as. And it's how he would be referred to if, for example, you were looking up guides or other information about this game. So everybody's all filled up, recovered their health and their thirst, so let's head to the next territory of this dungeon. If everything holds true, it will have 15 levels. This is level 10, so we've only got 5 more to go, and then I actually don't remember what happens after that. I do not remember what we find on the final territory of the Wise Owl Forest. To the next floor, but it's the next territory. So I will be as surprised as you when we reach the end. A flea! Nope. Okay, bye-bye, flea. Look at that, 150 damage. It is fun to watch his numbers just go out of control. I don't have a treasure chest key. Alright, well, I don't want to be cursed. Cool. I always choose curse because curse is the one that's the hardest to deal with. Oh boy, a base lard. Just what I just needed. Whoa! Nope, that was wrong. Get up. Oh, hey. What the heck? Did I hit him after all? Hey, that worked. I'm not sure that that's the best way to do it, but it might be the best way for me. Oh, okay, but I gotta get the timing better than that. Dodge! Dodge! Don't die! Alright, let's eat some bread. It's okay, Goro, get up, buddy. Let's use your magic hammer, huh? Oh, he's got a little spinny thing on his head. I missed. There you go. Alright, so the idea is to start the attack. It's a little kind of hacky. One of a few places in which this game is not just prepared to deal with things. But if you can start that attack a little bit early, then it removes his ability to actually damage you. Jeez. Little jack-in-a-box scared me. A present from the Happy Clown. Choose whichever you like. Good things come in small packages, right? Ooh, a diamond. What's a diamond do? A diamond increases all of these stats. That's pretty cool. You know, I didn't even look at what this needs. It needs everything. And then it needs Mimic, Knight, and Undead. Well, I've already put all the Mimic I got in there. I don't know, we'll figure it out. For now, let's put this on here. And we'll put some speed on there, why not? put some. Let's use the speed. Oop, there you go. That's how you do that. Again, that feels a little weird. I feel like there should be another way to deal with that enemy, but that's what works for now, so that's what we're gonna do. Ooh, a poisonous apple. Thanks, witch. Witch ills. The font is not doing us any favors here because the capital I looks like... Ow. Looks like the lowercase l, which is always a thing that can happen in sans serif fonts, so you want to be careful of that. Oh. This weapon is ready to be upgraded. What can we build it up to? Attack, endurance, speed, and then some of everything. Looks like attack, endurance, speed, and then fish and witch. Customize. That doesn't do anything. Does magic. Well, we could put some witch on there. And it can help against flying, but I don't need flying, so that's what we'll do. We're not really close to building up any of these. I don't know that I've ever successfully built up a weapon in all of my times playing this game, so we may not during this playthrough. It may not happen. I think that as the game goes on, we will eventually reach a point where it makes sense to try, but that time is not now. And I have yet to find a resource which will actually tell me the actual numbers I need. The only resource I was able to find told me, you know, this is what you're looking for. So that's how I figured out how to tell what to look for, what I need to add, but it doesn't tell me. I have not found one that has, this is how much you need to add to it in order to build it up. Just that you should look here and you will see what you need. So that's kind of an interesting thing. And we can kind of use all three of these characters interchangeably right now, and we kind of want to. Keep building up everybody's weapons. Don't want anybody to get left behind because there's probably going to be more levels. We've already seen a level this dungeon and last dungeon. Heck, we might have seen two where Xiao... Oh good, another revival powder. Oh, Giant's feather broke and disappeared. Do I have one in my inventory? The answer is yes. Of course I do. And this is a job for Goro. Flea flea. Flea flea flea. Bye flea flea. So Goro's got to play a little bit of bowl. Ooh, a sundew. A little bit of a bowl. What's it called? A bowl tamer, bowl fighter. Bowl fighter. That's the word I'm looking for. And just kind of a ole. Goro's got to toro ole, and he can take care of them that way. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Oh, another weapon chest. Well, I don't want it to be cursed. It's an explosion, and it did 24 damage. See, I don't care that it's an explosion, right? Because that just did some damage. That's easy enough to get over. And a bone slingshot. A second bone slingshot. Excellent. Bring it, Haley Holy. Nope. Missed me, now you die. Got that red berry. Ooh, a Halloween. What kind of name for a monster is a Halloween anyway? Alright. Gotta get Hokius out of here because I'm all out of switch powders. And I do not want to deal with that. Halloween. Boy, he's not a weakling, is he? Might be a good target for Goro if I can figure out how to hit the stupid thing. It jumps around a lot, so that makes it a little bit more difficult. Forcing you to make choices. What? How's that work? Gameplay design. It says, oh, you got these two options. Now, you see a lot of JRPGs where the gameplay design says, oh, this is going to be better for this is going to be better for that, and that's great. But this game is forcing me to make some choices, right? I can bring in Goro, and I can maybe one-shot or two-shot a Halloween, but he's got to find a way to hit it. Whereas a lot of other games, the idea would be, oh, he's weak to fire, so you'll use your fire mage here. Final Fantasy X comes particularly to mind as a game where every enemy was weak to one of your allies. Right, so you had the magic types, and he can't touch it. I mean, he can't get it out, but he can't touch it. Was weak to, the magic types were weak to Lulu, or the flying types were weak to Waka, and the speedy ones were weak to Titus, etc., etc. So you didn't really make choices. You just kind of read the situation and did what was best based on the situation. Whereas this game, well, there might be a little bit of a choice, huh? You might have a little trade-off. Hey, you want to kill this guy faster? Get Goro. Well, you might miss him, so maybe you should get Xiao. But it's going to take a lot more hits to get the job done. And, just like Final Fantasy X, where you could go around... Oh. You could go... Let's try Goro on this thing, just for fun. Oh, he can hit it. Ooh, that was close. Just like Final Fantasy X, you could level around the sphere grid. And now Titus can handle the flyers because he's got the aim that Waka started with. Or now, Yuna's got the magic, so she can deal with the magic types. Just like that, some of these weapons you're gonna get are gonna change things around for you. Xiao might get a weapon that makes her faster, or makes her stronger, so she can keep up with Goro as far as raw damage. Oops! Well, dadgum. I lost half my money, and I wasted the sundew. And that's what I get for screwing around and talking about gameplay choices instead of making gameplay choices and not paying attention to what's happening to me. We're definitely getting to the point where I'm going to have to grind again. We already got all the Atlas, so maybe I'll just race through this level as quick as I can. What was I just saying? Oh, I'm about getting to the point where I'm gonna need to grind. I want to get the money to buy that Wise Owl sword so we can see what that is all about. And the more I throw money away here, screwing up and dying when I should be playing a little bit smarter, the less likely that becomes. So it might make more sense to just go ahead and grind and earn that up and not force you to watch that. In the meantime, find new weapons, level them up, and I'll show you what those look like as well. Ooh, a nice gem. I should probably be throwing more of these weapons at the enemies, right? So that I can get the stuff to do things. Man, I think I've got enough antidote drinks. The things I need are magic, rock, mimics. So that's the other trade-off, right? I set up I just thought Xiao and Tone have theft, and they can steal repair powders from those mimics. Whereas, my man... Goro does not. So yeah, he can one-shot those mimics, right? But he's gonna... Interesting, it has a different attack pattern. You notice it doesn't try that whole jump up and throw fog thing at, doesn't try that against Xiao, so that's interesting. We'll have to see if it ever does, or if it really does know, oh, I'm fighting Goro, so this is how I fight Goro. Might as well collect items as we run through here. Do I have a mustache key? Do not. Alright, so... And this is where we're going to switch to Xiao. So the moral of the story, kids, is pay better attention. Let's get a better item out. Let's, because we're looking for magic, let's throw a holy crystal at her. I bet she's weak against holy. Oh no, apparently not. Well, I guess let's throw a blizzard gem at, well, she's already half dead, so we'll throw another sacred gem at her, right? And finish the job. Nope, never mind, won't finish the job. Boy, I'm on fire, huh? Wow! Did you see that? I knew the moment I released it that I was making a terrible mistake. Let's see if this poison apple has anything to do to her. 1 damage. And then poisoned and dies. Cool. It's locked. And it's a chopper. Okay, so it was just my imagination, I guess. So that might be the quote-unquote weapons ready to level up. Let's see. I don't know, we're just upgrading at random right now. Everybody get some water. There you go. Tone knows what's up. There's that mustache key. Just really trying to find the exit right now and not having a lot of success. Ooh, another witch Ilza. Oh, that was close. Item. See how she feels about some nuts. Bomb nuts. That's how you do it. And of course, she doesn't drop anything. She's not very friendly, is she? I'm like, I know I need your item. And she's like, well, you can't have it. The crazy thing is that killing people with items actually increases your weapon ABS too, I believe. Maybe not. No, it does not. Or at least it didn't appear to that time. Not to the naked eye, anyway. So what's it? Oh, no, that's the health of the weapon. Just for fun, let's see what a poisonous apple would do to a flea. It'll take forever for you to die like that. I don't got that kind of patience. Alright, Alright, so yeah, better off selling poison apples and gooey peaches and throbbing cherries, because I don't play the right way to use them effectively. So the gooey peaches will put a goo status on them and slow them down. Will you let me to the next floor? I give you a shiny stone. Oh, I have all 3 items. I will give you a red berry. I will give you a pointy chestnut. There we go. And let's go ahead and see if we can't knock out one more floor of this dungeon. This has not been a what's the word I'm looking for? A super efficient dungeon run. Whew, boy. I like the way he comes in. Wah! Jumps in. Due to a mysterious force, Goro was summoned and no other characters available here. So yeah. Now we gotta deal with things whether we're ready or not. A Mimi. I'd have to sell some of this fishing bait. Like, some of it's useful, sure, but I've got way too much. Especially for the amount of fishing I'm doing. I love the hornets just, like, squashed. Magical hammers! ABS is full! Let's upgrade it, then. Alright, and if I wanted to build you up, I would need attack and rock. And I would need attack, endurance, magic, undead, and night. I think I actually have some rock. Yes. And neither of these is going to build up attack or rock. So we'll just hang on to those for now. And see what else. Let's put a fire on there and make it more fiery. While we wait for something more useful to come along. Alright, run over here. Whoa! He jumped backwards. That was... Okay, I think this guy's a little buggy. This Earth Digger is a little buggy. Oh, I did not want to face a witch Ilza like this. And that's how you do that. Apparently, while he's spinning, he cannot be harmed. So that's good to know. That's very useful. Got that magical crystals. Now we know where all the bad guys are. And the treasure chest, for that matter. Squash goes the hornet. Oh, no. Too slow on that one. There you go. There it is. Finish him off. Don't even let him come out of his hole. Oop. 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 Dodge. Oh. Okay. Eat some bread, because I can't switch you out. Oh, poisoned. Great. No! Oh, crap. Alright. So we got plenty of antidote. And if now's not a time for premium chicken, I don't know when is. There it goes. That was way too close. There we go. That's much more along the lines of what we're aiming for. Yeah, I should probably be saying something interesting right about now. Might be better to just kind of fast forward over some of this. And if it continues to be this boring, maybe I will. Maybe I'll just show you the highlights of the battles. But then, you know, I don't know. We'll see. Always trying to do better, right? Always trying to do better. Just thinking out loud. Got a few different things. And I did do that before in Final Fantasy Type 0. I was hoping that we wouldn't really get to the point where that would be a thing we'd want to do. in this game, but I don't know. We're starting to feel like we may need to. Of course, we're on floor 12 out of probably 15 in this dungeon, so we're almost done here anyway. But we'll see what happens. I'm not going to fast forward over any of this episode. We'll see how the next episode goes. Maybe I'll speed things up, jump us to the end. Oh, I dodged that one somehow. There you go. Get her backed into a corner, and you could beat her up just fine. That sounds terrible out of context. Please don't take that quote out of context. I'm talking about evil witches throwing poison apples at me. Nothing else, under no other circumstances. Should we be attempting to back people into corners and hammer them mercilessly? Okay, maybe not no other circumstances if there's other female enemy types, I guess. We'll just stick with no other circumstances, and we'll come back and revisit this if we find more enemies. How's that sound? Sounds pretty good to me. Alright, so he wants the pointy chestnut. Let's get out of here. My screw-up has already made this an extra long episode. So we'll leave the dungeon. Not an extra long episode, but on the longer side. Yeah. I guess that's pretty much it. We will see what happens next time. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more interesting with the story. But in the meantime, well, and we'll certainly, unlock some more people to talk to. Go look around for chests. But we'll do that next time. Anyway, thank you. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.